So,
Yes, Arya, you want to say something?
yes, sir. Sir, I have a presentation prepared
Hmm.
about quantum physics. So, can I present?
Oh, sure,
Sir, like I would
sure.
take, sir, I would take like 10 to 15 minutes.
Okay, okay. Can we ask you questions during your
Yes.
presentation or at the end?
Sir, you can ask in between or at the end. It's your choice.
Okay, so children, I think Aryan says that you can ask questions as and when you like. Please go ahead.
So, yeah, introduction to quantum physics. So, quantum physics is the branch of physics which studies small things like atomic and subatomic levels like quark, Planck length, etc. I think most of the people here know what is quantum physics, but for people who don't know it, quantum physics is just like physics, but at the very small scale. So yeah, we are now going to the what you can call quantum physics phenomena. The first phenomena is of wave particle duality. So in this, wave particle duality is just a fundamental concept in quantum mechanics that suggests that particles like electrons exhibit both wave-like and particle-like properties. This thing leads to many intriguing experiments such as the double slit experiment. So yeah, a, a particle can be a wave or a particle in a same time. So yes, this is what this phenomena is about. Next phenomena is about superposition. Superposition, what you can call that one thing can exist in multiple states. So like Schrodinger's cat, in this experiment, we take a cat and that too in a box filled with what you can call deadly gas, which can kill it, but the killing rate is only 50%. So it can be both alive and dead until observed. So yes, this phenomena was that of the superposition. A thing can exist in multiple states. So, sir, do you have any questions?
No, go ahead.
Okay. So, quantum entanglement, it is a phenomenon in which maybe in real life you can say that you have a person which is what you can call act same like you. So, like in quantum entanglement, it describes a scenario where particles become interconnected regardless of distance. So, changes to one another entangled particle. This phenomena has implications for quantum computing and secure communications. So yeah, this was it. Okay. So in this, particles become entangled and information can travel faster in this. It's just a speculation right now. The next one, it's about Heisenberg uncertainty principle. So like we can't know the certain pairs of physical properties can't be known simultaneously known. So like the position and momentum of a particle cannot be precisely measured at the same time. You can only know one thing at a time like the position or the momentum. You can't know both at the same time. So this principle underscores a fundamental limit to measurements in quantum mechanics. So yes, this thing was about it. we can't know both the physical properties of both things in close moment. Next slide, quantum computing. So here, quantum computing is when physical barriers defy classical expectations. So like in this, a particle without doing something. So like in real life, it would be like a person is behind a door and magically after 1 second, he's after the door. So yes, but when these barriers get thicker and thicker, the chance of this happening is very low. So yes, it also plays a role in technologies like tunnel diodes and scanning tunneling microscopes. So the next slide, it's about quantum computing. So quantum computing leverage quantum superposition and entanglement to process information. So like quantum bits or qubits can represent multiple states simultaneously, enhancing computational power. So like this can be much faster than supercomputers which I think we have right now. Maybe 1,000 trillion times faster because it is on the concepts of quantum computing or which consists of superposition and entanglement to process information faster. Yes, but one more thing is there which just limits quantum computing is that maybe the chip, if it is small, particles can just quantum tunnel through it. So this can be a big problem, but I think quantum computing would become relevant after 500 years when most of the people will have it. So that will become a problem. So yes, moving to the next one. So like quantum teleportation. So in this, it is a process where quantum information is transferred between particles. It requires entangled particle and does not involve the physical movement of the particles themselves. Teleportation has potential applications in quantum computing and secure network connections. So, okay, so like maybe uh, this is uh, the observer effect. So it refers to a change in a system resulting from the act of imagining. Like when we see the result, it can just change. So this is it. In quantum mechanics, the act of observing and can alter the state of the observed system. So yeah, this phenomena raises questions about the role of consciousness in the measurement process. So like if the result is something different and when we see it, it just becomes different. This is what the observer effect is. So I think this is my last slide. Photons and light quanta. Uh, Photons are the fundamental particles of light and exhibit both wave and particle characteristics. Their behavior can be described by quantum electrodynamics (QED), a quantum field theory. Understanding photons is crucial for advancements in optics and quantum communications. So, uh, sir, I think this is it. It's already been 10 minutes.
Good, good, very good. I think you have covered almost from beginning to the end. So, are there
No, sir.
questions raised by? Are there questions to Aryan?
Students, you should ask questions.
Yes.
No question is a bad
Yes.
question. If you didn't understand or if you have any issue, what, just ask him even introductory questions because that helps also presenter.
Okay, I have a
So,
question.
Hello.
yes. Yes.
Yeah, who is asking the question?
So me, Sakshi.
Uh,
Okay. Yeah,
Louder,
please
please.
So me,
come
Sakshi.
close to mic. Okay. Your come close to mic so that your voice doesn't get
Yes, sir.
distorted by. Thank you.
So can you hear me?
Now it's good.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
So my question is that when we study about science, it is really we are away from God or not, and why?
Okay. So,
Yeah. We,
science.
yeah. This is asked by whom actually?
So
Anita, I
me,
think so.
Sakshi.
Acha, Anita. So we will take up your question, but before that, do you have any question to Aryan about quantum
Okay. So
mechanics? He has told
yeah.
anything.
So
Have you understood
okay.
everything, or is it that there is something you don't understand?
Yeah. Basically, one thing just for general students that suppose when you go to a conference, if presenter is presenting on a topic, then your question should be directed to that topic, related to that
Yes,
topic.
sir.
Okay.
Sir.
So right. Okay. So please ask questions related to the topic, and we will answer other questions later.
Sir, like I think someone, Priyanshu had raised his hand earlier.
Yeah,
Okay.
Piyush. Piyush.
Show.
Yeah,
No,
you
Okay.
have raised your hand. Why don't you ask the question?
Kuch pucho. Something you can think of.
No, sir, I have a no question.
So you don't have any question. So anyone else has any question? So everybody has understood this quantum mechanics, which is which by the way is so difficult that scientists have not yet understood. So you'll be
What?
surprised that still
Yeah.
we don't understand quantum mechanics. But then we utilize quantum mechanics simply because the result, of calculation is so perfect and so accurate that there must be some reality in it. It must be some truth in it. But then we don't understand.
yes, sir.
So, what is it that we don't understand is a very difficult question. I'll just take only 1 minute to tell you. The question is like this. The Aryan said, no, that cat problem is a problem that suppose you have put two cats, uh, say one cat, let us say. So quantum mechanics says that you don't know whether the cat is dead or alive until you observe it. And this is where all the mm, because a thing exists whether we observe it or not. But this is quantum mechanics presently whatever we understand little bit says that unless you observe it, you don't know whether the cat is dead or alive. So, cat can be described by superposition of two states. It is dead plus it is alive. It is something like this. So, it is a very difficult concept, and I think those who are you are from school, I'm sure I haven't seen any NCRT book dealing with quantum mechanics as such. But I'll tell you in very short, in very 3 4 minutes, that why it was necessary. It was necessary because in the early, in the late 19th century and then early 20th century, people thought that the atom is something, since it is neutral, it is a mixture of positive and negative charges. So electron and proton, they are mixed up and making a something like खिचड़ी, खिचड़ी में जैसे सब चीज मिला हुआ होता है तो वैसे ही है ये. But it was the Rutherford's experiment. It so happened that he what he did that he got a source of alpha particles, energetic alpha particles, and then he said that if it is a khichdi, alpha particle will go and just bounce back, isn't it? Suppose there is a khichdi like thing is there and you throw something, then it may not get inside. Some of them will get inside, but most of them will bounce back. But to his surprise, he found that 99% of the particles went through it. So he came to the conclusion that an atom is not a khichdi. It is just like that there is a central particle is there in which proton is there, and there is an electron moving around it. So everybody accepted that. This is very nice. I mean, Rutherford got, he was given a lot of praise and all that. But then someone said that already in last century, there was a gentleman, Maxwell, he said that if the electron is going around something, that means it is accelerating. And gradually fall down to the nucleus, to the proton. But that is not happening. So that is where came the invention of this quantum mechanics. People, Schrodinger, people like Heisenberg, and all these people, they came to this one that no, the atom does not behave like as we see in our day-to-day life. It behaves in a very different way, in that the electron is there in around the state, and it is behaving like a particle, like a wave function, they say. So that is where comes all these superposition and these two slit experiments, which are a little bit, it will take a lot of time to make you understand that. But this is the beginning of the quantum mechanics. And till date, we do all calculations of quantum mechanics, chemistry, physics, even in biology, quantum mechanics appears. But we don't understand the basic principle of this. Any questions regarding this? So you must take interest that at the very low level, at not microscopic level, even less than that, the matter behaves in a very, very different way as we see in our daily life. Are there any questions to this? So very nice presentation Aryan has made. In fact, he has started from the beginning and almost came to the entanglement. This year the Nobel Prize was given for the entanglement. And the first time a proof of entanglement was found by making a device which utilizes entanglement. Not very difficult to understand if you go through. We gradually will tell you what are all these things. They are so. But have you understood what quantum mechanics is? Are there questions to what Aryan has said or what I have said? If you don't
I
ask
think
questions, I'll
Maliki,
start asking.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah. I think what we need is that we need one day a basic atomic structure theory, atomic theory, right? Start from like all the way, start from the Dalton to Neil Bohr to quantum mechanics. Maybe you can do it in series of lectures. I don't know, but I think we should, like right now we are meeting randomly and talking about things. I think at least we should give them good education on this atomic theory, uh, structure of atom, so that at least that is the result of this class, that everybody knows that they have learned something good which is useful everywhere, I think.
Yeah. So well, that brings me to the question which I asked last time, because there is something I want all young people who are studying in school must understand. Are you ready? The questions which I asked last time.
Yes, sir,
Have
maybe.
you forgotten? It was that how do we get seasons? Who can answer now this question?
So can you repeat the question?
Why do we get seasons in a year? Winter, summer, and all that. All of
So
you have
we in
answered already. Why? How do we get day and night? Now you have to answer this question.
Sir,
So we get. I think Aryan have to answer. So let him.
No, no, no. You
no,
can
no, no.
answer first. Yeah, Aryan
First,
has.
that's okay.
I'm repeating this question because new people are there. Yeah, please go ahead.
So so we get so the so
Revolves. Yes, yes. As the Earth
yes,
revolves.
when the Earth revolves, we get. I think we get seasons from
No,
that.
so that is what I think this is the answer you gave last time. No, I'm asking you that can you explain to me that how by revolution, just because it revolves, how do we get seasons? Why should we get summer and if it is hot and then winter it is not hot?
So as it takes 365 days to complete the whole revolution.
Yes.
So um, 3 months. So whenever the Earth is close to the sun, so at that time I think we get summer seasons, and when
Hmm.
it is far from that, so we get winter season. And actually, rainy season is not a season. Is not a season
Not
because
a
it is
season. Right.
because yeah.
No,
So we have only 2 seasons. So
yeah,
I
so
think
I have a question to you. You say that your theory is that if the earth is nearer to sun, we get summer, and if earth is away from we get winter. Now
yes, sir.
my question to you is that on the earth, when we get summer, people in Australia, that is the southern hemisphere, they get winter. So how is that possible? If it is nearer, by that, if you have these seasons, then even Australia will have summer and we will also have summer, north hemisphere and south hemisphere both. But when we get summer, they get winter. When they get summer, we get winter. So
So
how your theory explains this?
So actually, our Earth is divided into countries, continents. So when that country is nearer to the sun, so at that time the country gets summer season, and India, if we take India as a country, so when India is far, we get winter season, and Australia gets summer season. And as it revolutes, so India is at the place of summer season, and Australia becomes at the place of winter season.
No, no, no. Just hold on. You see, this is the if one is nearer and one is further, that is not the question. You see, people in north hemisphere when they get summer all throughout everywhere they get summer. And when people get summer in northern hemisphere, people in southern hemisphere they get winter. The distance, already the distance of the earth from the sun is so huge that few kilometers this side that side will not make any difference.
So actually, I'm not
My
understanding the
question is
question.
that why we get seasons. See, we are experiencing every year we get seasons. Why we get seasons? Acha, okay,
sir, can I
let
answer?
others also try this answer. Who wants to answer this? Acha, Aryan, I have
Some
already got answer from you. Let others also answer now. Anyone younger, new people, this is question was for the new people who have joined us. Who is the one who can answer? Oh, she has. Uh, Purnima, can you answer this question? Hello,
Yes, sir.
Purnima, can you answer this question?
सर वो इंडिया और ऑस्ट्रेलिया वाला.
Huh. So you see, just now she told that because Earth revolves, so we get seasons. So I want to know how by revolution the seasons will happen.
Mallikji, I have put up a slide there for kids to see Earth and, you know. So here it is. Sun is in the middle and Earth is rotating, right? You guys see it? I put a picture there for all of you to see. So we all agree that this is has something to do. So let's go further now. Please continue.
So, so can I answer this question?
Sure, please. Supriya, you're in
Yes, sir.
class 10, isn't it?
So it's me, Sakshi.
Oh, sorry, Sakshi. So you're in which class?
10th.
10th, yeah, I remembered it. So can you answer this question?
When the North Pole tilts toward the sun, uh,
Hmm.
it's summer, and summer in North Hemisphere, and and when the sorry, sir, when South Pole tilts toward the sun, it's winter season.
Basically, no, I got it. So basically, what you are saying that because of the tilting of the Earth, we get seasons.
Yes, sir.
That is what you are saying.
Yes, sir.
So is it that the only tilting will do the seasons, or is it the tilting and revolution will do the seasons? So my question will be that how does it tilt? Why some the Earth tilting which is there? So sometimes, yeah, can you explain that? Just the tilting will answer your question. No, it is a combination of the revolution and the tilting. Both must happen to have the seasons. Otherwise, we won't have seasons.
And sir, Prince raised hands. Prince, can you say something regarding this?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Because the Earth or rotation on an imaginary line is called its axis, and different parts of planet are facing towards the sun or away from it. Take 24 hours for the world to turn all the way around, and we call this a day.
That is day. We
That
are
is
talking
day.
about
We are talking
seasons.
about seasons. Yes, sir.
Seasons.
Season.
Use
So
the
basically,
picture. I have put up the picture.
yeah, he has put a very nice picture there. You can. Who else can answer this question? And yeah, young people, new people. Yeah, there is a Priyanshu. Please tell the answer.
Sir, I think Earth's spin axis is tilted with respect
Yeah.
to its orbital plane.
Okay.
That
So
caused the season.
no. So some if something gets tilted, it will start having seasons. Is it?
The sun is an elliptical path.
Yes. Yes. Very correct.
Third, or the third one, changing angle of
Yeah. This is the third statement is the statement. See, when the tilting, is different because it revolves. If the Earth is tilted, then what happens is that the light received
yes, sir.
is
When the
different
northern
in
hemisphere
different
is
regions.
tilted.
That is the third point, and this happens because of two things: because the tilt of the Earth and because of the revolution. These two cause that the light received on the Earth on different regions are different. Yeah, that is the answer. Yes, that is the answer. Very
Could
good.
you please explain? Could you please explain details so that everybody gets the clear picture? I don't know who wants to do it, but somebody has to do it because I don't
Yeah.
think everybody got it yet.
Yeah. Please.
Break it
Sir,
down
the
and explain.
changing in
Yeah, continue, please.
changing angle of sunlight. मतलब, when the northern hemisphere is tilted towards the sun, it receives more direct sunlight. And sir, this is the reason वो
Yeah. Basically, it tilts. In the it becomes nearer part. Not. It is not the nearness. It is that the sunlight falls directly perpendicular to the surface. So the amount of
yes sir.
energy deposited, the amount of energy given per square centimeter is much larger in summer as compared to winter. And that happens because of the tilt, in a very wrong way. But that's not the right answer. It's not just the revolution with the tilting, and that's the reason why when we get summer, in fact,
Yes sir.
can
In
someone
detail,
explain to me that on the North Pole we have 6 months of day and 6 months of night? Why do we have this? We have when we have in winter our days are smaller, nights are longer. And on North Pole
for our sec-
yes, precisely because of that. Yeah. So has everyone understood this fact? I want that you should understand and go to your class also, make your friends understand.
So we have been debating about the God, whether God is there or not, God is creator or not, for right from the beginning of the civilization. This has been, there is not a single civilization which has not thought about God. We always know that, a child has a mother or father, both like that. So somebody has to, this planet comes from somewhere. So if we keep doing that reasoning, we always think that there has to be somebody in the beginning who started all this. And that is a person or lady or a thing, we call it God. That is one hypothesis, right? That is most of us are believing in that way. Those who believe in God, that there was a creator who created this, and we are part of his or her creation, or its creation, if you follow that path. So but the problem with this one is that nobody can prove this creator. That is where the problem is, and that is why all this religious thing, we call it a speculation. It is not a science. You, for example, if I tell you you are worshiping a god, but it could be possible that that god doesn't really exist. So one day you will start thinking, oh my God, I wasted my time praying 3 times a day, doing all kind of pujas, and what a waste. There is no God. You will be completely disappointed, right? And it's possible that, and that is why you see there are a lot of people who believe in God, and similarly there are a lot of people who don't believe in God because there is no evidence, there is no proof. What do you do? So it is up to you. If Mallikji says God exists, if you believe him, fine. But if Mallikji says, and if I don't believe him, he cannot challenge me that why I'm not believing. He doesn't have answer. I can say that proof, show me the proof. And he doesn't have the proof to show where the God is. He has a proof to show you these four seasons, but he cannot show me the proof for a God. So then say that I rejected your idea that there is a God. So that is why we we operate on two different things. That is a question of faith, and your belief system, your cultural system, where you have where you are growing up. But science is different, and it is valid everywhere. For example, if you are in India, if you are a Hindu, for you, Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh is God. You don't believe in Allah as a God. You don't believe in Christ as a God, right? Similarly, a Muslim guy, not only in India, everywhere else, they think that only God is Allah. Similarly, if you go to Christian, they believe that, oh, Jesus is the God. And we know that maybe if everybody is saying their God, it could be one, and the same person is being called by different names. But we don't know that. We don't have a proof of it. So as long as you know that, I think the safe bet is to say, rather than saying that there is a God or saying there is no God, I would say that we don't know. I am in that category. That fine. I mean, a hypothesis keep working, prove it. One day, we don't prove everything right away. We in the science we also have a hypothesis. So you can call it it's a science in works. We have been working from the beginning of the civilization. This hypothesis is there, but we haven't been able to prove it yet. Maybe you guys, new scientists like you guys, can come up with some ideas. That's all I have. Let's see if you have any counter question about what I said.
Okay, okay. Before we take the question, I will just tell you the history of God. So, hello. So the
Yeah, they are
history of
listening.
God is something. The history of God is something like this: that 1,000 years back, when science was not developed, then people thought that whatever is there, whatever is happening on earth or anywhere, they said it is because of God. If there is a rain, in Hindu religion, they say Indra, Bhagwan jo hai, wo pani fenkte hain. So God does everything. Why? Because the science was not developed. Now you see, science is basically is trying to understand. Then came the period that okay, God created the universe, but the science is something that tries to understand what God has created, this universe. We try. So science is basically we try to understand things around us. That is what science is. Now question is, there is a cause and effect problem. The cause and effect problem is this: that suppose there is a universe here, then there has to be some creator. So some scientists think that there has to be a creator, so there has, and we call it God or whatever name you want to say. So it is the God who created. Now, in recent years, in last few years, there are a group of scientists, not all scientists, a group of scientists like say Stephen Hawking and others. They say that there is no necessity to invoke God for the creation of the universe, and that they say is because of the quantum fluctuations. So there is a fluctuation in the quantum field which creates all these things, this universe is created. But this is a hypothetical, and don't go by anything which is hypothetical. Now I'll tell you my personal belief that I still believe cause and effect. If there is universe, there has to be some creator. So God created the universe. He created the laws of this electromagnetic laws. There are so many laws that there are the forces, the matter, everything. And but then after that, he is keeping quiet about it. He has created the universe, and that's it. He doesn't bother about what you are doing and trying to influence you and things like that. That is what my personal belief is. I believe in cause and effect. But the present group of scientists like Stephen Hawking, they say that there is no necessity to invoke God. So that is the present thinking. There is a book also by Stephen Hawking. You can read that. The arguments are a little bit difficult. There are you can choose. The three things are there. That one is God who tries to influence you, like miracle hota hai, ghost aata hai, ye sab. That is something now outdated. God is not involved in the day-to-day things of what you do. There is one God. My personal belief is that there is one God who created the universe with all the sets of laws, and laws regulate everything here, and that is how the universe is running. And science is what is trying to find out what it is. Science is least bothered about whether there is a God or not. Science is just bothered to know what are the things around us. We want to understand them, how it happens, why it happens, how to make use of it, things like that.
Very good.
Please,
Very
there are.
good. Let's see if you got. In this series, I want to say a story of Professor Parvez Hoodboy. I put it here, his name and his picture. He's from Pakistan. He's a physicist. He went to MIT. He did his PhD from MIT and went back. He's a Harvard generation, and he taught at Punjab University of Lahore. And he's a well-known guy in the academic world, and he is also critical about all this religion. So basically, one I was listening his lecture. Why I'm telling you the story? He was saying that Pakistani mullahs say that how the water forms. Many of you know that there are two elements involved: hydrogen and oxygen in the water formation. When the two atoms they combine together, uh, two of the hydrogen atom and one of the oxygen atom, then there in the proper environment, proper reaction happens, and water uh, is formed. And so that's what is our understanding as per the science. But if you ask this to, let's say, a mullah, that's what he was quoting in his story. So mullah would say, a Muslim mullah would say that when hydrogen and oxygen come together, Allah blesses them to become a water, and then that's how they become the water. Otherwise, they won't. If the Allah says no, you can't become water, they can't. So he was kind of trying to explain that how is science different from the all kind of religions. Not only Islam or Hindu. Every religion is the same in sense that um, uh, they are not very compatible with science, because science asks different questions than what metaphysics or philosophical questions are. It's not a matter of faith. So you guys can check him out. He has very good stories on his website. He's also trying, just like us, trying to
Hello.
popularize science in Pakistan. Okay, let's see if any other questions you guys have. Yeah, Purnima, please ask the question.
So I have a question regarding chemistry.
Okay, go ahead. Ask your question.
So I want to know about quantum numbers.
Oh, yeah. I think you asked this question last time, Purnima. So these quantum numbers, basically, you see, so now when the electron is, now I cannot use the word in quantum mechanics orbits. It doesn't, that is a simplistic picture which is given. But when electron is around the nucleus, then it has different states. And mathematically it comes that they are associated with numbers, that K, L, M, N, things like that. So these electrons are in different states, and what happen? And they are stable. You see, just now I told that electron, if it orbits around the nucleus, then it will lose energy. But then quantum mechanics says no, it don't. It will stable state, it will be there as a wave function, as something, it will be there. So, and then different electrons are in different, and then in quantum mechanics, they are given numbers, quantum numbers corresponding to that. K, L, M, and again, K is again divided, changed to, the spin quantum numbers are there because the mental picture is that the electron could rotate in clockwise or anti-clockwise, things like that. So these are the quantum numbers, or what we call quantum states of matter, which are given in an atom. These are the quantum numbers. So when you read chemistry, I mean, when you read this about the atoms, so you find that electrons are like, say, the say lithium has got three electrons. So all those three electrons are in different states, and each state is given a number, a quantum number. Because there is one theory which came and which is proved correct, that is called Pauli's exclusion principle. They said that a particle like electron, all particles cannot remain in the same state. No two particles can remain in the same state. So the quantum mechanics has come with the answer that no, they are in different states, and they are called the quantum numbers. So they can stay in the atom. Maybe someday I will try to explain to you the Pauli's exclusion principle and the Heisenberg's uncertainty principle. They are very interesting and how they are connected to quantum mechanics. So our picture of the atom is this, that there is a nucleus and there is an electron around it. I'm not saying orbiting around it in different quantum states, they are there, and it is a stable atom. What does your book say, Purnima?
Sir, it is a set of all the electrons in an atom.
Yes, yes. So if you get it, if there is an electron with K state, I can give you what is its wave function. If the K electron is in L state, I can tell you what is its wave function. And what is a wave function? Wave function is a probability that electron is there at a particular place. That is the wave function. We call it wave functions. So matter behaves very differently at very small scale. At large scale, like Earth, our cells, we go by classical mechanics. Everything gets explained. But when you go to the very minute things like atoms, it has got a different sets of rules. Yes. Sorry, once again. Hello.
Yes, kids, you
Sorry.
have any question? Kids, do you
Ch-
have any
I
question?
did- So we have Krishna has joined just now.
Yes,
Purnima has
Purnima.
raised her hand. Yes, Purnima, go ahead.
सर इलेक्ट्रॉनिक कॉन्फ़िगरेशन और वैलेंसी एसपीडीएफ से कैसे निकालते हैं?
नहीं, वैलेंसी जो है कि एक एटम में, अब जैसे कि मान लो कि, और एक तो और देयर इज अ प्रिंसिपल दैट सेज दैट each state has got, like say K state, there can be only 2 electrons. In L state, there can be 8 electrons. है ना? So each atom tries to become stable. By stability, we mean that मान लो, suppose there are two electrons, say, and then 8 electrons, then 1 electron. That 1 electron, all atoms, they try to become like a stable atom. every atom, like say hydrogen, will try to behave somehow to become helium. Helium, neon, all this, that stable thing is there, no? It tries to become like that. So valency comes from this, that if it has only one electron, then it tries to give away that electron. If it has 7 electrons, it tries to take 1 electron so that there will be 8 electrons and the atom will be stable. So valency concept comes from that basically. Root cause is this one. So, so that is what the answer is actually. The important point to note is that an atom tries to behave, every atom to behave, wants to become a stable atom. And what are stable atoms? Helium, neon, argon. वो जो ग्रुप 8 में जो है ना, जितने एलिमेंट हैं, वो सभी
Normal
एटम
gas.
they try to behave like that. So either they'll give electrons or they will take electrons. If they give 1 electron, we say its valency is 1. If it takes 1 electron, its valency is 1. Suppose it gives, there are 2 electrons, and suppose another atom is there, it has 6 electrons. It will give away those 2 electrons, it will become stable, the other atom will also become stable. So this is a property of the atoms, and that's why the valency comes into the picture. And it has been
So,
shown
Maliki,
quantum
can you
mechanics.
explain to the can you
Yes.
simply explain to the class here? I just put up a picture for KLMN so that they can understand.
Yeah, let me see the picture. I'm not able to see the picture.
Uh, okay, sorry about that one. Give me a second. I thought I shared. Okay. Is it? Yeah, now it is visible. I'll make it
Yeah.
bigger.
So here he is showing, well, this is the Bohr's atom. This is the Bohr's atom. Okay, what we do is that next time, Amarnath ji, next time I start in the beginning itself with telling few things about quantum numbers.
Yeah, I think that will be good because
Yeah,
I think
that will
they
be
have to
good.
understand. That's what they need atomic structure lecture from you to understand all this what is happening there.
Yeah.
Uh, you know.
So
So the
today,
class.
today before we
So
leave, I have
again,
a question for you. I have a question for all of you. Next time, please come prepared with the answer that how does light come from the sun? Why does the light come? Where from? How is light formed in the sun? We are getting so much light on earth. Sun rays are there. Where from it comes in the sun? सन में तो कोई इनकैंडिसेंट बल्ब नहीं है, ट्यूबलाइट भी नहीं है. ये लाइट आ कहां से रहा है? Does someone have an answer to this? You all are supposed to ask these questions. Why didn't you ask this question to your teacher? ये लाइट कहां से आ रहा है सन में? सन से लाइट क्यों आ रहा है?
फ्यूजन के कारण.
फ्यूजन से लाइट क्यों होगा? Why there will be light from that? Where you'll be surprised that the sun gives us about 49% of the radiation which we get from sun is infrared. About 7 to 8% is something like this visible light. Then ultraviolet rays, then X-rays, then gamma rays, all these they come in different percentage. The maximum is infrared rays, which heats up the earth itself. But I want to know what is the source of light rays in the sun? How fusion creates light rays? So you should come prepared next time with this question. You can Google, you can read books, and we are going to discuss this question.
Sir, Soumya has raised question. So
So, according to me, the answer of this question is that due to releasing of energy, sun generates the light and we can get the light from the sun.
Yeah, but that sun makes energy, but फ्यूजन में तो लाइट रे
So,
प्रोड्यूस ही नहीं होता है. जब हाइड्रोजन हाइड्रोजन जब फ्यूज करता है तो उसमें लाइट रे पैदा ही नहीं होता है, तो फिर लाइट आया कहाँ से?
so
Yeah, it
nuclear
produces energy from
reaction
nuclear
happens.
fusion reaction where hydrogen is converted to helium.
Yeah, hydrogen is converted to helium, but no light ray. That reaction doesn't produce light rays.
So nuclear ये reaction की वजह से.
This
That
fusion
is,
reaction occurring
yeah,
inside
I
the
got
sun
it. I
produces a lot
got,
of energy.
yeah, yeah, because of nuclear reaction, but that nuclear reaction, hydrogen plus hydrogen first makes deuterium, then deuterium goes into helium. And in no nuclear reaction, light rays are produced. Then where from is the light coming?
Um,
No need to hurry. You can go through books and Google it and
okay,
try
sir.
to critically examine. Whenever you learn a knowledge, your knowledge will become yours, not until you critically examine it. हम कह देंगे and you will take it, so you won't learn anything. Whatever you see things, you must examine them. You must critically try to say why, क्यों होता है, how it happens, why it's correct, why it's not correct, things like that. Then only you will learn. We all know the reactions, doesn't produce light rays, but then light comes from the sun, visible light. How does it come? So this is for the next time. Yes, Amarnathji, you are saying something. Sorry, I interrupted you.
No, I was not saying anything specific. I just wanted to show them also. Many of them, they might have not seen the periodic table, which we always talk
Yeah,
about
yeah,
here.
yeah.
So the kids, so basically, all the elements we have, this was a Russian scientist put it together in a table so that we all can see it and analyze it. And then not only that, he also predicted he many new elements which was not available or in existence at that time in our nature. But he said that yes, these are the elements which are possible to exist, and later on, other scientists have um, proved it or created it in the laboratory and artificially, scientifically. So this is the periodic table, and we know we always talk about group one, group two, group seven, all that. So you can see, I'm sure Malikji will talk about it a little bit also in this class. And all you can see is that hydrogen and helium are on the two uh, different groups, uh, and atomic structure is very well related, which he's going to talk about, to all these structures. I mean, for all these elements, the same rule follow why we have like K, L, M, N, all those kind of layers or circles in chemistry on heavier atom. So he will discuss that. So just look at it. If you have not seen periodic table before, now you have it in front of you, and we'll talk about it further. Thank you.
So,
Yes.
sir, वो yttrium के नीचे वो जो two boxes है उसमें क्या है?
Acha, these
Okay.
are the group of actinides, which are supposed to be there in the periodic table, but they have very similar properties, so they should go in one box, but there is no space, so that is written separately.
Hello.
Their atomic structure is such that they almost all have same properties.
Excellent.
Electronic structure is similar. So they should be put in one box, but there is no space there, so that it is written separately.
Probably her question is that if they are in the one cell, where they belong, where they would be. First
Yeah,
column, all the last column, where actually they belong, or which row. That is her question. Besides answering what answer you gave, that's fine that they have similar properties and there are too many of them. Basically, it is a family of the groups, basically, right? It's different elements in one family who are very close to each other, clone of each other,
yeah,
but
it is.
they have a place.
Your Amarnath, your picture itself shows that blue one, which one see, has been put here. There is a blue at the
Oh,
left.
okay.
You see, yeah, you see here. Now, what actually
Okay,
happens
in
is
the
that
third.
after when the atom becomes bigger and bigger, the new electrons, instead of occupying the outer shells, they start occupying the inner cells. So the chemical property of them remains all same, and that that is why this has happened. So
Anybody else want to add on to this discussion? Please feel free. Okay, Purnima, please continue your uh, question or your comment.
Sir, group 1 elements is alkali metals.
yes. So they have basically group one means there is only one electron in the outer shell. So they become happy to give away one electron. So we always say the valency is one because you see the so that is the group one element. In group seven element, there are elements are there. If they get one electron, they'll become stable. So they are all there in the seventh group. You must know also the rule that 2, 8, 18 things like that. Twice n square rule is there.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you must read that in your book. It is there in NCRT book. If you are following, it is there. You must read that.
Electronic configuration.
Right, right, right.
Yes, yes. Hmm.
Yes. Pankaj ji has already given all the NCRT books in one. You can download all the books, and they are good books. They are really very good books. You must follow NCRT books. They are really very good.
Yeah. All right. Let's see if anybody has any other question. Any students? Okay. So looks like no questions. So kids, I mean, you can invite your friends if you think this discussion is good. Then they can also your classmates, your seniors, your juniors. They can also benefit from this discussion.
There is
We
Krishna
try
Kumar.
to
He
cover
wants to ask
thorough.
a question. Krishna Kumar. Krishna Kumar wants to ask a question.
Yes, sir. I ask a question in biology.
Yeah, that is my weak point. Yeah, please go ahead.
Reproduction is a life process.
Any student who is in class 10 or 11, probably they should be able to. Oh, okay. Answer is Purnima has raised her hand. Maybe she wants to answer this. Good.
Sir, reproduction is not an essential life process, but it is essential for continuity of our species.
Purnima, I tend to disagree with you. A living thing has got two characteristics. One is the capacity to reproduce by whatever methods, and the other is metabolism. Like say virus has got capacity to reproduce, but it doesn't have metabolism. So we don't say virus is a living being, isn't it? But it has a capacity to reproduce in the sense that it divides. The smaller cells, the unicellular organisms, they divide. That is the way of reproducing. The higher forms have different methods. So reproduction and metabolism is the two characteristic which a living being must have. Otherwise, it is not a living being. So it is
Yes, Anil
essential.
Kumar. Anil Kumar, now you can make your comment, please.
I think
An-
it's Anita Kumari. Yes.
Acha.
Oh, okay.
Okay, please go
Yeah.
ahead. Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, please go ahead. We can't hear.
Yes, that's correct.
Yeah, Krishna Kumar, you want to say something?
Sir, my second question is chemistry. We write about aquaresia.
Right about
Aquaresia.
what is aquaregia? You're asking that, is it?
केमिस्ट्री में है.
हाँ ना,
Yes.
आपकी किताब में क्या लिखा हुआ है? एक्वारिजिया क्या चीज है? आपकी किताब में जहाँ एक्वारिजिया लिखा होगा ना, वहां पर लिखा भी होगा किसको कहते हैं एक्वारिजिया. It is a combination of acids, if you remember. Yeah, it's written in your book. There is nothing to understand in
Aquaresia
it. It is.
means royal water.
Yeah. Please, yeah, sorry. अमरनाथ जी क्या कह रहे हैं हम नहीं समझे ये.
I'm also not very clear about that word. Can you spell it for us?
एक्वारेजिया
How do
क्या
you?
है मतलब.
हाँ नहीं, मैं
Okay,
पूछ
spell
रहा
the
हूँ
word
एक्वारेज
for us.
आपको ये कहाँ पर दिखाई पड़ा है एक्वारिजिया?
बुक में हम लोग के बुक में दिया हुआ है केमिस्ट्री का एनसीईआरटी चैप्टर 3 मेटल और.
यस, तो उसमें क्या लिखा हुआ है कि एक्वारिजिया क्या है?
मतलब एक रॉयल वाटर है. लैटिन मीन्स इसका रॉयल वाटर है. और ये एक मिक्सचर है कॉन्सेंट्रेटेड नाइट्रिक एसिड और हाइड्रोक्लोरिक एसिड.
Yeah, that is what I was saying, that it is a combination of acids is called aquaregia.
How do you spell
No,
it?
there is
Spelling
nothing
क्या है
to
इसका?
under. Actually इसमें कुछ
एक
समझने का नहीं है. इसका ये जस्ट नेमिंग है ये. जैसे कि
अच्छा,
तुम्हारा
ये
नाम
उसका
यदि
निकनेम है.
तुम्हारा नाम
या
पूर्णिमा है, तो इसमें कुछ समझने का कोई चीज नहीं है कि तुम्हारा नाम तो पूर्णिमा है. इसमें समझने का कुछ नहीं है, नेमिंग है ये.
Okay, so let me show what I found here.
And there is a question which is coming from here. What is this? Sorry. No.
Okay, so here is aquaregia. This is what you are asking.
So yeah.
So it is a name, just like we call it sarbat. Sarbat is a mixture of two things, but we call it sarbat, right? Similarly, somebody gave this name. It is not really a chemical name of anything, like silicon, carbon, hydrogen. These are the basic elements. These are the different names given to, like, for example, what is that? Nitric oxide. I think we call it laughing gas. NO, I think. There was a gas or H2. Yeah, I think it was NO. NO, I think. Uh,
Yeah, yeah,
so
nitrous
if you
oxide.
have
Yes.
that, right, its nickname is a laughing gas, but it's not laughing gas. Just somebody gave it a name. Uh, so, but basically, you just need to understand what it is, and it's right here, like Malik ji explained to you. Okay, let's go to. So it is a cocktail, basically. That's what it is. Remember that cocktail is nothing but sarbat. Mixing the two things together is called cocktail or sarbat. चलो दूसरा सवाल पूछो
Sir,
and then we
it is
can
a
end it
highly
now.
corrosive.
If he wants to say something,
Yeah.
yeah, go ahead, go
So,
ahead. Don't be afraid to ask questions. Go ahead.
So what is emission spectrum?
What is emission spectrum? Now, what
Yes, sir.
happens is that, yeah, any material, any matter, when it is heated, now you have read in quantum theory that electrons have different orbitals or different states. When electron jumps from one state to the other state, it emits a radiation. So any atom, any group of atom, particular atom of particular element, if you heat, it will emit a particular radiation. So this is known as the emission spectrum. So corresponding to that, you have got absorption spectrum. So anything like say hydrogen, if you heat, it will emit radiation corresponding to electrons jumping from one state to the other state. That is what you get, in incandescent light, just you are passing electric current and it is getting heated. So atoms, the electrons in the atoms, they jump from higher state to the lower state, emitting a radiation, emitting a light. Similarly, in fluorescent tubes. But the question which I asked, in case of sun, there is nothing like this. So how do we get light? So you all should read about it and come prepared next time. I'm going to ask many questions. Your understanding of atom. Yeah, there is one question. Krishna wants to say. Yeah, please unmute and say hello. Yeah, please ask the question.
Eric.
It's okay. Yes.
Sir, right about Eric.
Right about. Yeah, you have to be a bit louder,
M4
otherwise, we are old people, so we hear less.
M4
नहीं सुनाई पड़ रहा है.
कट गया तुम्हारा आवाज
hello.
Hello. Yeah,
Right
please be louder.
right about M4 Eric. Hello.
Hello.
Right about hello.
Hello,
we can't
please.
hear your full sentence.
Right about M4 Eric.
Write about esoteric. What is that? Oh, I don't know the answer to this. What is that?
No, we are not clear about the question. I mean, हिंदी में बोलो क्या तुम बोलना चाह रही हो. We are not able to understand what you are saying.
सर
M4 क्या है
सर वो
मतलब
पूछ
कि
रही
ये
है क्या
एसिड
जो
और बेस दोनों
एम्फोटेरिक क्या
और क्यों
क्या है? नहीं, where have you come across this esoteric? What is the spelling of that?
AMPHO
AMPHO. Oh, I don't know the answer to
TERIC.
this. I don't know the answer to this question. Maybe you can help. You can help me to understand your question and answer both. Can you help?
So
Yeah, Purnima wants to say something. What is that?
Sir, amphoteric refers to a substance that can exist in both acidic and basic properties.
Okay, I see. I see. So this was a chemistry question. Thank you, Purnima, for the answer. But then I will ask you what is alkaline and what is basicity. Do you understand them?
So kids, I just want to share something here. Do you know how to search things on internet? You all have telephone. You may not have laptop or computer, but at least you have telephone. So every telephone you go to google.com and then you will get this screen, search screen. And then on the search screen, you can put anything you want to learn about. Uh, uh, and then that will appear here, right? So you type that. For example, I'm going to say here uh, atomic structure. Okay. And here a lot of things coming here. And then if I put there, it will start giving me bunch of answers. See that? It came up with several answers, and there
Sir,
are,
I think Prince
if,
asked a question.
so
Please,
please,
please.
many times you simply, rather than asking a question, a big question, first I'm trying to tell you that you have to do your research yourself. You should use this Google tool and then try to get some answer there, see if it makes sense to you or not. And then you ask that question to teacher or somebody your senior. Okay, that should be your analytical or your procedure, how you are going to ask. Simply don't ask your question to anybody first. You do your research first yourself, using the Google or YouTube. That would be my recommendation. Okay, now let's go to the question again.
Yes, Prince, you right hand.
Yes, sir. I have a one question.
Yeah, please go ahead.
What makes a fluorescent highlighter marker so bright?
Yeah. Oh my God. Uh, so this is fluorescent marker.
Uh, marker so bright.
Yes,
Yeah.
Priyanshu.
What
So
makes a fluorescent highlighter marker so bright?
yeah, I will try to answer.
Yes, sir.
Acha, why it is whatever it is Pankaj ji, it is whatever I'm saying, it is bouncing back.
Yes, it's a Priyanshu. Prince. I think it's a Prince due to Prince. Yes, Priyanshu, you want to say something?
Yes, sir.
Let's
Now this fluorescence maybe I will discuss next time. Fluorescence is a kind of phenomena which you please do some homework and maybe next time I will try to make you understand what is a fluorescent material.
Yes, Priyanshu.
Yes, sir.
Priyanshu,
Yes, sir.
yeah, please ask the question you wanted to ask.
सर ये अभी जो प्रिंस पूछे थे वही क्वेश्चन का आंसर दे सकते हैं क्या?
हाँ, दीजिए दीजिए, अच्छी बात है.
Sir, because it converts some of the incident ultraviolet light that is invisible to humans into visible light.
Yes, precisely. So how that happens is a um, yeah, how that happens in an atom, that ultraviolet light गिरता है और दूसरा light निकलता है. It's a kind of phenomena in itself which needs to be understood, and that happens in fluorescent materials. That the electron gets excited to the higher level then it jumps to a metastable level, and from there it again comes back to the ground state, causing fluorescence. But then it may not be making
Yes,
sense to you. Maybe next time I'll try to make you understand this part. But then it's not very difficult to understand once you understand the quantum nature of the atom. So first thing is you must understand the quantum nature of the atom. Then you will understand fluorescence also. So I think now it's already
Okay.
9:30.
Yeah, we
Pankaj,
should now call it off. So maybe
Engineer,
next week, Malik ji, you are going to, in the beginning, you will share some stuff with students.
yeah. I usually tend, because on this platform, no, you cannot give a what you call a lecture which a teacher can do in a school because he has ample time in his hand to do so. And but basically, I want to most of the time I would like to tell you the development of idea, how the particular idea developed, what it is, conceptual thing, just so that you can understand it. And the details, I mean, once you have understood the concept, then details you can get it in any book and things like that. Is the right way, isn't it, Amarnathji?
Yeah, that's what I'm telling them that they have
Yeah,
to start learning how to do the research by themselves and
right,
start
right.
utilizing tools.
Yes,
You know,
yes, you have made a
we,
very
we,
good suggestion to them.
yeah, because you have to learn कि अब वो
Mm.
गया जमाना जब सिर्फ मास्टर साहब आपके कान में सुनाते थे फिर आप सीखते थे। अब आपके पास चारों तरफ बहुत सारी चीज, अगर आप सिर्फ मास्टर के भरोसे रहिएगा तो देन यू विल नॉट लर्न इनफ। तो आपको खुद मेहनत करना होगा और वो जा करके गूगल पर जाइए, क्वेश्चन कीजिए, वहां उस पर पढ़िए, यूट्यूब चले जाइए youtube.com, वहां पे सर्च कीजिए इसी तरह जैसे हमने गूगल में आपको दिखाया है जिस टॉपिक पर। एंड देन दैट वी आर सो हैबिचुअल इन एवरीबॉडी नाउ मॉडर्न डेज, we simply go, that is where we go, all of us. Don't think that only I'm asking you guys to go there. I go it most of the time in there first. आप लोग से बात अभी कई सारी बातें आप लोग कर रहे हैं, सबको मैं यहाँ पर गूगल में सर्च करके देख रहा हूँ कि क्या है ये टॉपिक, किस पर सवाल आ रहा है। एंड देन इफ आई फाइंड समथिंग, तो इसीलिए ये हैबिट बनाइए अपना फोन पर कैसे, फोन इतना एक्सपेंसिव फोन आपके पास है, उसको यूटिलाइज कीजिए, उसमें बहुत पैसा आपके माता पिता ने खर्चा किया है, तो उसको यूटिलाइज इट फॉर यूट्यूब लर्निंग, जनरल लर्निंग। ओके, गुड, थैंक यू।
So, Pankajji, is it?
yes, sir. It's 9:30.
Are
Okay,
there,
kids.
if there are no, if there is a question, we can take up, but I don't see any question now.
Yes, sir. Very less question from the student side. So curiosity should be much more. So sir is available for your answer to your questions. And sir, next week what is the topic for? Is a predictable
Ne-
regarding or anymore? So student are prepared the question.
There is a periodic table also we will discuss, but I have asked a question to all my young friends that from sun, how do we get light energy?
Yes.
Sir, I think it is
So,
photons impact that.
yeah, the interesting thing is that the nuclear reaction which takes place in the sun doesn't produce photons, light photons. It produces gamma rays, but what we get is light. Where from it has come? So this is just a
Uh,
question. So next time,
yes,
our young friends, let them
yes,
work hard a little bit and come back with the answer.
okay, sir.
sir. Very steady on it, and then we will prepare some question. Yes, sir.
Yeah, yeah. In fact, no, I wanted my young friends to answer that why in summer the days are longer and nights are shorter. So maybe they should also try to understand this.
Okay, so
चलिए पंकज जी, अब क्वेश्चन नहीं है अब।
Yes, Purnima, you want to? Yes, Purnima, you raise hand.
सर वो पीरियोडिक टेबल जो आप दिखाए थे वो मतलब कैसे एलिमेंट को बांटा सब गया, वो कैसे आया, वो सब बता दीजिएगा नेक्स्ट क्लास में।
अच्छा ठीक है, ठीक है। So
थैंक यू।
in the meantime, you search in Google Mendeleev. Mendeleev was a Russian scientist. So what did he do? Invented periodic table just now, as Amarnath ji told you. So if you see, you will see a lot of things, and then you try to understand. And then when you don't, whichever part you don't understand, you bring it up to us. We will try to make you understand. Sometimes you may ask a question which I don't know, so I will also learn from you all. So it is going to be a two-way process. Yeah, Purnima wants to ask a question again.
सर ये पीरियोडिक टेबल में तो बहुत सारे साइंटिस्ट लोग पहले दिए थे ना।
हाँ, पर स्टार्ट किए मेंडलीफ को यह नया आइडिया आया कि द प्रॉपर्टीज कैन बी ग्रुप्ड। ये आइडिया मेंडलीफ को आया, ये पहली बार। उसके बाद तो बहुत लोग कंट्रीब्यूट किए, बल्कि अभी भी कंट्रीब्यूट कर रहे हैं। 2 महीना पहले एक तो नया एलिमेंट का खोज हुआ है, हमारे इंडियन न्यूज़पेपर में कहीं पर छपा भी नहीं है ये बात, सैडली। whose atomic number is 117. उसका नेमिंग अभी नहीं हुआ है अभी। चलिए तब पंकज जी, अब तो भूख लग रहा है।
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Yes, yes, kids, try to join on time 8 p.m. Good for yes. If you will late join, then it will be.
Okay, bye to
Yes, yes,
everyone.
yes. Okay,
Good night
okay, okay,
and
sir. Bye, sir. Thank you.
good morning. Good day to Amarnath ji.
गुड नाइट सर।
And Om Prakash ji, good night to you.
Yes, sir. सर मैं ड्यूटी पे था, मुझे पता ही नहीं चला मेरे से टाइम का। बाद में